Yo, what is up, guys? My name is Nicholas Earl, and welcome back to another episode of Earl Sports Bets. And today we have another NHL slate. It's a lighter slate. We only got 5 games. But before we get into the recap and on the slate, first hit the thumbs up button and be sure to subscribe down below. And let me know in the comment section below who your favorite NHL play is for today. I want to try to start to have conversations in the comment section on these videos. So be sure to let me know which games you're targeting tonight in the NHL. But first, we're going to go over a recap of how we did yesterday. We had an average day here. We went 3-3. And once again, I took Washington at the plus money. And once again, they lost in overtime or a shootout. It's frustrating to have these be decent on these teams and have a dog go to overtime and then and lose. It's unfortunate, but Washington could not get the job done there. Neither could the Rangers yesterday at minus 141. They lost 4-3 to the Devils. Mika looked like he got hurt at the end. It just didn't look good for them. Fox played really well. He had a nice no-look pass to Zibanejad earlier on a power play. This Rangers power play does look really good. I think they scored all 3 of their goals on the power play yesterday. But overall, this Rangers team, let's see if they can get it going a little bit more throughout the year. We also lost on the late game. We had the over with Colorado and LA. I thought this was going to be a great bet. When I made the bet, Jonathan Quick was the goalie, and then they said Peterson was the goalie. I was like, oh cool, we're getting a backup, and I have an over, 3-2, 1 goal away from hitting the over. Oh well, what are you gonna do? But we did get wins from Winnipeg and Ottawa. That game was 4-3 in overtime. We got the over 6 to cash there. Philadelphia with a nice comeback. Brian Elliott with, I think, a 42 save shutout for Philadelphia yesterday. And then we got the over 3.5 team total for the Florida Panthers. Just a bet I really liked yesterday. That Florida team, they're going to be good, but they're also playing the Chicago Blackhawks, which are one of, if not the worst team in the NHL. So, we got the cash for that. But now let's head into today's slate. We have 5 games to go over. First, we are starting with the Edmonton Oilers taking on the Toronto Maple Leafs. Minus 149 for Toronto, plus 135 for the Oilers. Over under of 6.5, and the over is juiced. And I see no reason why this game should not go over. But I don't know if I want to pay that type of juice for this. I do like a side for this matchup, though. And it's the Oilers here, plus 135. I think that this is a good bounce-back spot for them. Neither teams can play defense. This can give McDavid a good shot to get a couple goals tonight. Draisaitl could have a good shot at a goal tonight. Both these teams give up a lot of shots, give up a lot of goals. And I think tonight could be a night where you see McDavid and Draisaitl actually do something, and Edmonton gets a win here. I definitely lean the over. If you want to play the team total over, I don't know why the team total is 2.5 for Edmonton. We're actually going to go ahead and say that's a play as well. I know that's a minus 155, but there's no way this team does not score more than 2.5 goals against this Toronto Maple Leafs team. I can see 3 goals from Draisaitl and McDavid alone. So I'm liking that over 2.5. It's not going to be an official bet for me, but I was just saying if you want to go team total, over 2.5 for Edmonton, I think is a no-brainer. Next, we have the San Jose Sharks in St. Louis. These two teams played a couple nights ago. St. Louis won 5-4. Very high offense, goal after goal after goal type game. Minus 183 for the Blues, plus 165 for the Sharks. Sharks are 1-2 on the season. St. Louis is 2-1. And I'm not looking at a side here. I don't see any real edges on a side. If anything, I lean St. Louis, but it's less than a percentage point of an edge. Where I am looking in this game is the under. And here's why. First of all, we have Martin Jones versus Bennington. I think the Blues are a under team this year. They're not a team that's going to be scoring a ton of goals. And I think this is a bounce back spot for Bennington. He played awful. I think they chased him in the first game of this series. I don't think they do it again. I like Bennington as a bounce back performance. In DFS, I like Bennington as one of my top goalies for the day, probably. But I like the St. Louis Blues and the San Jose Sharks to stay under that 6-goal total. I just think that's the best play from this game. Next is another one where I'm surprised that it's not a half goal lower. This one would be a game I would love to see, or I would be interested in seeing with a total of 5. But we'll see where those numbers would be. But we're looking at the Minnesota Wild taking on the Anaheim Ducks. Minus 133 for the Wild, plus 120 for the Ducks. Over under 5.5 goals. This is not a game I'm going and sitting down and watching tonight. It's just not. This is going to be a slow, low-scoring game where if your book has alternative lines, mine unfortunately does not, I look at the under 4.5 for this game. I can see this easily being 2-1, 3-1. I do not see this game hitting 6 goals whatsoever. We're going with the under in this game as well. 5.5 the total for that. I can easily see a 3-2, 2-1, 1-0 type of game. So definitely the under. I don't want to bet a side here. If anything, I would lean towards the Minnesota side, but I'm not looking to bet that game or bet the side here at all. It's Cam Talbot versus Gibson. Gibson could definitely steal them another game here and potentially shut them out. Gibson's going to be a goalie I look at tonight in DFS, but definitely these two teams, the under is going to be definitely in play, and I'm going to be betting the under tonight of 5.5 goals. Next, we have the Montreal Canadiens taking on the Vancouver Canucks. Minus 125, run back of plus 113 for the Canucks. Over under of 6 goals. And we're looking at a side here. I'm looking for a bounce back spot here for these Canucks at a plus tag. Montreal coming off back-to-back wins against Edmonton. I think this Vancouver team is definitely better than that Edmonton team. And I think JT Miller finally back in the lineup. It just took him a little bit. It would take him kind of like a whole game to get back in this lineup with the Canucks. And I think he's finally going to start clicking tonight. I really like Vancouver here at the plus 113 tag to get it done against the Montreal Canadiens. So Vancouver plus 113 is my pick for that game. We're getting Braden Holtby versus Carey Price. I know I hate betting against Carey Price, but because he's a really, really good goalie. But I think Vancouver can get it done tonight. And finally, we have the Arizona Coyotes taking on the Vegas Golden Knights, minus 195, run back of plus 174 for the Coyotes. Over under 5.5 goals. We're looking at Darcy Comfer versus Robin Lehner. And this is going to be my boring game of the video. And this game's a straight up pass. I don't like the line. I think minus 194 is way too much to lay. I don't usually lay more than minus 160 on any given line. For hockey, it's just not a good way to make money. And I think the Coyotes could win tonight, or they could win tomorrow, or their third game of the series, because these two teams are playing each other 4 straight games. But overall, this is probably a pass. I'll probably lean towards the dog price with the Coyotes, but not a game I'm looking to bet here tonight. For Vegas and for Arizona. So a quick recap of our plays for today's hockey slate. We have the Edmonton Oilers at plus 135 over the Toronto Maple Leafs. We have the total of 6 to the under for San Jose and St. Louis. Under 5.5 for Minnesota and Anaheim. Vancouver at plus 113. If this information was helpful to you guys at all, feel free to hit that thumbs up button And be sure to subscribe down below, hit that subscribe button, and turn on those post notifications so you guys are notified each and every time we come out with a video here at NHL Sports Bets. We have daily content on this channel. For the NFL, the playoffs are this weekend. We're doing college basketball 6 days a week. College football will be returning next year. UFC, I'll be returning for that with McGregor and Poirier. My brother's doing esports every day now with Counter-Strike. NBA every single day as well. WNBA in a few months. NHL, we're doing that every day right now. And then MLB in a few months, we'll have daily content for that as well. But that's going to wrap up this video. I want to thank you guys for watching. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. And let's cash some tickets here in the NHL tonight. Peace out, guys.